Okay, Barb, let's go. We're just gonna call it Trep Barb. Trep Barb. Hey guys, TrepChains here. This video covers some Barbarian gameplay footage from the Diablo II Resurrected Technical Alpha, in Act 1 up to the Countess. This is mostly combat footage with a low-level Barbarian with basic skills only. To take a look at what the game will look like if you choose to purchase Diablo II Resurrected. Most of the gameplay is the same as the original Diablo 2, with just a few quality of life features, including an optional automatic gold pickup, 10x10 individual and shared stashes, the ability to select your minimap location, and, most obviously, the amazing graphical update. While showing this Barbarian gameplay footage, listen in to some lore, including Barbarian tribes from the Book of Tyrael, the eternal conflict from the Book of Cain, and Tyrael, Archangel of Justice, also from the Book of Cain. GG! Barbarian tribes. Once there were numerous barbarian tribes, many of which had existed since before recorded history. Each one traced its lineage back to the mighty Nephilim, Vulcathos. Each one sang epic sagas of its own great warrior ancestors. For millennia, these proud and indomitable tribes lived around Mount Arreat, a place considered sacred to the barbarian people. Indeed, despite whatever blood feuds or rivalries existed among the groups, they were all devoted to protecting the mountain. In the year 1265, tragedy befell the mighty barbarians. Arreat was torn asunder in a catastrophic explosion, wiping entire tribes from existence. Ever since that apocalyptic day, few barbarian enclaves have remained at the smouldering corpse of the mountain. Most have disbanded entirely, their members scattered like leaves in the wind. It is said they search the world for a new purpose, a new vigil, to give their lives meaning. The eternal conflict. I take the following knowledge from a surviving fragment of one of the scrolls of the Church of Zakharum. The scroll describes a war fought by agents of light and order against creatures of chaos and shadow. That is to say, forces both of the high heavens and the burning hells. This war was most commonly fought within the realm of Pandemonium. According to one of the earlier necromancers, the angels and demons battled over control of one essential object, the heart of creation, the World Stone. The World Stone is not, as the name implies, a mere stone. It is a colossal, mountain-sized object which was believed by many to be the actual Eye of Anu, the One. According to legend to which I subscribe, the World Stone is an artifact of unimaginable power. Lacking the specificity and background a scholar such as I would like, a belief exists that control of this stone changed hands many times over the eons. Oral history tells us that the World Stone allowed the side that possessed it to alter reality and create life and wealth almost without restriction. The account continues that angels used the stone to build worlds of perfect order in line with their ideals of justice, hope, wisdom, fate, and valor. Whereas demons use the stone to create unfathomable engines of annihilation and worlds of destruction, terror, and hatred. However, these worlds created by angels and demons never flourished. They were inherently flawed and doomed to wither and die. I know not whether such worlds were ever created, or, if they were, whether any of them still exist. To the best of my knowledge, no man has ever beheld such a world. Therefore, I suspect that this account is literary license. What we can all agree upon, however, is that this object was of great importance and that, whatever its use, was greatly coveted by the angels and demons. Further research suggests that in time, an archangel called Tyrael ordered a bastion to be built around the Worldstone, a stronghold which would come to be known as the Pandemonium Fortress. I can testify to the existence of the Pandemonium Fortress, as I was once there. I can tell you from first-hand experience that this stronghold embodies the warped reality traits ascribed to Pandemonium as a whole. Indeed, I have never seen anything quite like it. That having been said, I cannot be sure whether it is simply otherworldly in nature, or it was built by an angel or a mad demon. In any case, over the course of the eternal conflict, the fortress changed hands between angels and demons. Thus, it has taken on structural and metaphysical traits from both the high heavens and the burning hells. Long ago, an angel known as Inarius seized the Worldstone and, through some impossible act of magic, veiled it from the sight of both heaven and hell. He had accomplished this with the aid, I presume, of the mysterious demoness Lilith, and a cadre of other angels and demons who had grown disillusioned with the eternal conflict. Inarius succeeded in manipulating the power of the stone to create the world of Sanctuary, a hidden paradise where he and his followers could live free from the madness of unending strife. This is a place we know as the mortal realm. This is our world. We must pause a moment to think upon this. Our world, unlike all the other worlds, was created by both angels and demons. The day of Sanctuary's creation, the nature of the eternal conflict changed. Much confusion spread through the burning hells and the high heavens. The centre of all things they had fought over for countless millennia had vanished. It was simply gone. At first, both sides suspected the other, but in time, they realised that the truth was something different. Thus, it was that the battle for possession of the Worldstone became the search for it. It is interesting to note, before we begin delving into the burning hells and high heavens, that not all things assumed of them are true. For instance, there were different cults which reigned in the period between what we now know as the Sin War and the Dark Exile. It was believed by some that the high heavens and the burning hells were places where the souls of men went when they died. That men either were rewarded for their virtues, the high heavens, or received punishment for their failings, the burning hells. Aside from the unfounded beliefs of various cults, there is nothing in academia to support this. It is important that the reader understand that the high heavens and the burning hells, much like the realm of Pandemonium, are actual, physical locations in this universe. Personally, I believe that there exists a place where the souls of men go after their death, but that discussion is beyond the place of this treatise. That being said, I must confess that even I do not always know where myth ends and truth begins. That, reader, I will let you judge for yourself.
Deckard Cain, you've got to get out of here.
Tyrael, Archangel of Justice. The only member of the Anjurus Council I have seen with my own eyes is Tyrael, the Archangel of Justice. I might even say I know him, if it is truly possible to know an angel. Ages before the rise of man, it is said Tyrael was the most rigid of the angels, firm in his adherence to laws, rules, and order. He held to a single, unbending duty, to secure victory for the high heavens in the eternal conflict. As with Imperius, Tyrael's exploits in battle are the stuff of legend. He was renowned for being calm and controlled and meticulous in his execution of combat technique. The Archangel carried out his impassive judgment through the use of Eldruin, the Sword of Justice. Eldruin is, by all accounts, a unique weapon that can cut through any substance or foe in existence. There is, however, an exception. Some believe that the blade's edge cannot pass through or harm any being of righteous intent. Despite Tyrael's fame as a warrior with few peers, it is nonetheless stated that he was at all times fair and impartial, as justice itself must be. The courts of justice, Tyrael's abode in the high heavens, are said to be akin to a great auditorium wherein angels congregate. Here they air grievances, come to terms, and strive to reclaim lost harmony or equilibrium. It seems a fitting institution for an angel who values integrity and balance above all things, and will choose the path of righteousness in any situation, even if it brings harm to those he loves. In light of all that is stated above, it is ironic that Tyrael is now considered to be the renegade of the Anjurus Council. Much of this is due to the fact that since the appearance of mortals, Tyrael has evidenced a change of character. He has intervened for the sake of humankind, time and again, for he sees the potential for heroism and selflessness in each of us. He has even acted against the mandates of his fellow council members to fight on our behalf. For that alone, I always have and always will believe in him. I will discuss Tyrael in more detail later. For now, I feel compelled to state that my personal commentary on Tyrael reflects my own view, and I would ask the readers to draw their own conclusions about him. I hope you enjoyed this look at early Barbarian gameplay from the Diablo II Resurrected technical alpha, as well as the lore with Barbarian tribes from the Book of Tyrael, and the Eternal Conflict and Tyrael, Archangel of Justice from the Book of Cain. Thank you very much for watching, and GG!